So if you've been watching my videos lately, you knew that I had a broken metal detector last month. So other than cry and get stressed, what do you do if your metal detector's broken and you love treasure hunting? Well, you go mudlarking. As you might know, my favorite place to go mudlarking in New York is Dead Horse Bay. Now, I think I've done 6 videos so far, and this would be the 7th on Dead Horse Bay. But it is that good of a place. But it made me think of the movie series The Fast and the Furious, which I think has like 6 or 7 iterations. It's never going to end. Fast and the Furious. It's got somewhat of a similar plot each time. You know, you got beautiful people in the cars, and they go flying down, and there's all sorts of fun stuff that happens to them. This is why I'm not a movie critic. But I can tell you this. Going to Dead Horse Bay 6 or 7 times, you get different stuff 6 or 7 times. I mean, it's the same dork pulling it, but we're talking about a poorly constructed garbage dump that housed over 100 years of New York's garbage. By comparison, The Fast and the Furious is only 10 years worth of garbage. And I mean, just to name a few highlights, I found this, and this, and this, and this, and I almost forgot, and this. So this is a teaching channel. This is one of the reasons that if you subscribe to this channel, you're going to learn something here. And what I want to teach you about right now is how to hunt Dead Horse Bay. So the tips that you see flashing on your screen right now, you don't have to remember. It might be nice to go back and look, but you're going to hear me refer back to them over the course of this video. These are best practices that I have practiced whenever I have gone here, and thanks to the help of friends, I've learned quite a bit. I'm definitely newer to mudlarking than I am to metal detecting, which I've done for a while, but these tips can be applied anywhere for mudlarking, and someday I'm going to prove that in London.
I found Adele. I'm going to go say hi. Then I'm going to... Oh, ADHD.
Now back to Adele for a second. You know the expression GOAT, like greatest of all time? Michael Jordan's the GOAT of basketball? Well, Adele is the GOAT of Dead Horse Bay. If you want to see what is possible to find at Dead Horse Bay, check this out. So how do you get good at Dead Horse Bay? This. Repetitions. You learn again, and again, and you observe. The points at the beginning of this video, the suggestions, a lot of them come from her.
First notable finds of the day. I have, this is the greatest pinky ring of all time. It's Adele approved. And I also found
a big coin.
A big coin. It's British. Says 1 penny on the back, and I think I see a date of 1940. It was a bloody good year, don't you think? There we go. My apologies to everybody in Britain for that poor British accent.
And for forgetting history.
This is Adele. She is the #1 mudlark in New York. Mudlarking, they call it that in England, going on the Thames River and finding stuff. But across the bay in New York, across the ocean, we got Dead Horse Bay. And I've learned a lot from her. I did a video where she gave me a lot of tips, and I know she's seen it. Any other tips that you have?
Come every day, and it's like a lotto, buying a lotto. There's different things.
Yeah, it moves around.
Everything moves around, and you find new stuff every day. And like I told Merrill, the best time is while it's raining and right after a storm.
Big storm. Yep.
And you come while the rain is, but not the storm. You'll be washed out to sea. But
yeah.
I mean, come right after the storm. That water hits that wall. You'd be surprised what you find out. That comes
Drains it
out
down, yeah. I thought it was a piece of spoon, but it's a tag
A tag of some sort.
of
It could
some
be a dog
sort.
tag.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like an old little dog tag.
This is one of 4 more wheat pennies that I found. 3 that are stuck together. I put them in my pocket, and I ran into Adele, so I forgot to put that on camera, but I'll shoot a picture and put that on. This has become a 2 pocket knife day. Adele gave me one, and I just found one on the ground here. Got a mystery object of some sort. Can only speculate what it is, so gonna have to clean it off and see. But it looks like a coin and not a button.
So this is a little pin, Police Athletic League, that snaps on. I think it's made of copper. I also found a silver nickel, which I thought was just a regular nickel, but it was 1943. Not entirely sure what this is. It looks like a tiny pair of handcuffs that, or maybe earrings. I don't know. Some of these are such mysteries. Then I found 2 more coins, and the thing is, there's a lot of silver coins that are lying around there. You really have to look at the surface of the coin to figure out what it is. Those are mercury dimes. And they're just everywhere. I've even found a 1 barber dime. So here's the thing about Dead Horse Bay. You have to really look. The traditional coloring of silver, such as when you pull it out of the ground, when you're metal detecting, it does not really apply. If you look at these are kind of like purplish colored. You also see some that are colored like copper, and all of these are silver. You also see foreign coins, like I was showing you before with the penny and half penny. So you really, really have to look, and if something looks like a penny, that doesn't mean it's a penny. It could be silver. This was my 3rd pocket knife of the day, a horse ring and another penny.
Found my first piece of jewelry of the day. There seems to be a back, this seems to be a pin. You never know, it looks like copper on the outside, but Dead Horse Bay could be silver. So we'll have to clean it up and see.
Got a nice little religious medallion that I'm gonna have to clean up. Cool. This one I initially thought was a coin, but then I looked at the thickness of it, and I cleaned it a bit. It turned out to be an old piece of jewelry. And right next to it was another piece of jewelry, the same style, different shape. So you might have heard of dime bags. Well, Dead Horse Bay has enabled me to accumulate another type of valuable and expensive object, diamonds. I have a bag of diamonds that came from many of the things that I found, some of them detached when I was cleaning them, some of them I have just found on the beach. I concede that some of them I'm almost positive are fakes, but I'm pretty sure that a few of them are real. The ones that I've done hardness tests on, they seem to be legit. This was another mystery object that I found. It could be a really sophisticated bale seal. I believe that it is made of lead. I thought it was copper at first, but the way that it cleaned up, it showed me that it was made of lead, so I'm thinking that it's a bale seal.
Found a deer. This could be a gear, or this could be a medallion of some sort. It's got weight to it, so I'm thinking that it is a medallion. I don't know. It's one of these things I'm gonna have to clean up. Got a button that might clean up nicely. Also, I gave Adele the deer, and she gave me Jesus. I guess I need Jesus in my life. Found another interesting button here. Got a penny.
Dude, that wasn't a penny.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of a good spot right here. Just got a second penny within a few inches of each other. So now a key head. Yeah, this is where you find what I consider to be the good stuff. All of this is popping up right in the middle, so I have to scrape around. Key head. Let's see what we got here, and I am absolutely racing against the tides right now.
So that coin that I thought was a penny actually turned out to be silver. I'm still not able to ID it. Second thing I want to point out, at Dead Horse Bay you see a lot of small coin-sized objects that accumulate together. You found an accumulation point. What you got to do, stop, squat, start moving stuff around with your digging object.
Okay, we got a mystery item here. Could be an old coin.
That was a big coin, and I was hoping that it was another hard luck token like the one that I found about a month ago. But unfortunately, this one, it's very tough to ID. It was very beaten down, as you could see in the images here.
Okay, just struck pay dirt. This is a medallion of some sort. Yeah, beautiful. That's a keeper. I just love this place. Look at this. It's a heart with an arrow through it. How cool is that? I think this is another button here. I think. We have a chain with some writing on it that I'm going to have to put under the microscope.
So, since this is a New York-based channel, I'm going to teach you a little New York lingo. When we like something, we often say that is off the chain. It sounds better when somebody younger than me says it, but the chain really cleaned up very well, and it's silver. To my surprise, it was silver, and it's got an engraving on it. So it was a really, really nice surprise.
Okay, find of the day. Got some jewelry here. Probably brass, probably an earring.
I think it's going to be a good look for me.
Right next to that, I found some more. Another piece of classic jewelry here. I have unidentified piece of metal here. Pretty cool. Man, I am having a day. Look at this. It is a broken piece of jewelry of some sort, or a pin. And if I came 1 second later, I wouldn't have seen it. Look at that. This is an interesting little piece here. Might be a button. It's got a handle at the bottom. I have a feeling that part of it broke off. And whatever this is, it's interesting. Another broken toy of some sort. Got another neat little piece. This looks like a leaf. And it's got some weight to it. Also has a hole in it. I'm gonna look around the surrounding area. Seems to be another promising spot with a lot of the little things. This is what is left from an old toy train from a very different era. I just hit pay dirt for a second time. This is another big coin of some sort. Very excited about this one. Same spot, found a piece of metal. It's got some writing on it. And also found a button. Wow. Okay, I better hurry up and hunt this before I get the tides coming in. Oh, this is amazing.
In retrospect, I think I was way too impressed with that button. But that first object cleaned up really nicely. Take a look right here.
Two more interesting pieces, one buckle and thingamabob that I don't know what it is. Old lipstick container. Beautiful, beautiful old button. I don't think I'm gonna clean this one up from here. This is just too nice. And it's clearly decaying on the back. Look at this cool old thing. It's like a gear of some sort, a wheel. Still has some wire attached to it. Interesting.
Be honest, do I like buttons too much?
Another thing I like to do is after every tide, there is piles that end up here, and when you look through them, you could find some really cool stuff. For instance, look at this button, glass button right here. It's beautiful. Here's a interesting old button. It's like half a circle. I can tell that it's a button because of the back. I saw some objects laying in a puddle here, decided to give it a splash, and up popped the mercury dime. There might be more in here. I just have to go like this, spread this out, and look for something that's copper colored. Yeah, that's the other thing. After everything settles, you want to come back and just give it a look. I do not see anything. Okay, this is amazing. This is one of my favorite finds, perhaps in a lifetime. Look at this button, eagle button right here. This might be Waterbury, Waterbury Button Company. This is gorgeous. This is going to clean up very well too. I got this again. I found a puddle, small objects, splashed it over to the side, waited and looked. Yeah, like here's another round object. Clothing weight. This might be a keyhole and a gear. So I'm going to keep swiping around here. And you're looking for colors. That's nothing. You try to swipe it into a place where there is less water, and then splash. Seems to be another penny, but got a joker. So if I was a gambling man, I would bet that there is good stuff in this puddle right here. Round object. Let's see, what is this? Some interesting piece of old metal. Yeah, round. You got a key here. All sorts of little stuff coming together. So let's test that theory. Well, it's a good thing I'm not a gambling man. What was I saying? Man, I actually should start gambling. Look at this. This is a button, old button, really neat. That came from this same puddle right here. It's just tough to get things on camera, live. Let's keep looking, since we found that. Same puddle, another neat button. Very nice. Got another interesting figurine right here.
So before I do the wrap-up, let me just say it is so tough to edit a Dead Horse Bay video because you find so much stuff. And I've really been thinking lately about processes that I love. Of course, metal detecting, I've said again and again, that's my stress reliever. It's what I truly enjoy to do. Mudlarking is going up there, though, and it's just a different process. You use your eyes and your sense of logic instead of a metal detector where you still use that same sense of logic. You use ears, you research history. It's different, but I kind of like them both. And I'm thinking you could actually get just as much, if not more, from Dead Horse Bay than you can on a given metal detecting trip. But anyway, let me show you. This is what I have for right now. All right, so wrap up. I don't even know where to begin. These were the stuff that I found. More here, even more up here. This is just a random curation. The video was originally over 2 hours. I cut it down to 20 minutes because found so much stuff. Jesus, I'll put you there. It's just an awesome place. You really find more there than you do metal detecting in New York City, which is saying a lot. I love both. I plan to do both in the future. Anyway, thank you for watching, and we will be back with many more metal detecting and mudlarking videos. Thank you.